Currently, as at the time of shooting today's video, surveys have revealed that there are over 17 million Nigerians living abroad. In a country with around 213 million people, this means that around 8% of Nigerians are abroad. That's a large number. And the bad news is that more Nigerians intend to leave the country. Based on this article, about 52% of Nigerian professionals want to quit their jobs and relocate abroad. This was following a poll by Phillips Consulting, and this led me to conduct my own survey about this particular topic, where I asked Nigerians still living in Nigeria 3 questions, all concerning Japa. Japa is our slang for relocating abroad. And the questions were, do you ever wish to relocate abroad at any point in time? If the answer was no, they didn't need to answer the second and third question. And the second question was, if you wanted to relocate, did you think you were going to miss anything about Nigeria? And if the answer was yes, they should list 3 to 5 things that they will miss about Nigeria. The result was unexpected. In fact, it was shocking. No, not this kind of shocking. It was shocking. This one. So let's just dive into the main video right away. So for the total number of people that responded to the question as to whether they plan to relocate from Nigeria, 79% of them said yes. And it was just 21 that said no. There was none of them that was undecided. So yes, a huge chunk of Nigerians want to really relocate. Japa. It's serious. This Japa thing is for real. And following the next question, I asked if when they relocate, they were going to miss Nigeria or not. So note that those that said no, they didn't need to answer question 2 and 3. And so the number somewhat reduced. But for those that answered whether they were going to miss Nigeria or not, 75% of them agreed that they were going to miss Nigeria, and 25% said no. So more people already know, despite the fact that they are still in Nigeria, that they are going to still miss Nigeria. And that's a very good mindset to have. You know, many of us, because we're frustrated with a particular setting that we have, we just believe that we want to live there and not appreciate some of the things that we have in the place. So I am very happy that, many people are already knowing and accepting the truth that there's some things about Nigeria that they will still miss. So following the next question that I asked about them listing the top 3 things that they're going to miss, it was a mixed bag. But surprisingly, the most percentage, that's 69%, mentioned food as the first thing they're going to miss, which is a wise thing because Nigerian foods are found in Nigeria. Yes, there are other countries in the world that they have Nigerian restaurants, but I can tell you this, there are some countries that you wouldn't find Nigerian food. So you're going to struggle with that. Saudi Arabia is one of them. The Nigerian food we eat here are food that we've brought. So you understand. Then closely related to that, 57% said that they were going to miss family and friends. So more people are missing food more than family and friends. Interesting. And then the next highest number was 32% that said they will miss the Nigerian way of life. And yes, it's true. There's something peculiar about Nigeria, and you would miss Nigeria as much as you want to Japa. I can assure you that when you Japa, you miss Nigeria. We're going to find some of this out in a video about people that left Nigeria and what they had missed, so we'll know whether these expectations are actually true or not. Then the next closest percentage was 18% of people said they will miss the freedom in Nigeria. So yes, there's a feeling that comes when you know that you're a citizen of a country compared to a foreigner. Home is home. So when you feel at home, you're free to do whatever you want to do, compared to if you're a foreigner, there are some certain restrictions that you have. So 18% said that they were going to miss the freedom associated with Nigeria. But in many countries too, it's not really obvious that you're a foreigner per se because of how people will treat you there. Then the next highest number, which was 14%, said they were going to miss Nigerians themselves. There's actually no country that there are no Nigerians. I doubt there's any that there are no Nigerians. But yes, Where else would you meet a lot of Nigerians outside Nigeria? UK. In some countries, you scarcely meet Nigerians, whereas in other places, you meet a huge chunk of Nigerians. But yes, many people accept that, and we miss Nigerians. Nigerians are fun people to be with. They can't just be replaced. And the next highest number of people, which was 11%, said they miss church. This was a bit confusing for me because I don't know whether where they are have no churches at all, or they miss a particular church in Nigeria. But then, like here in Saudi Arabia, I know there are no churches because it's an Islamic country. All the citizens are Muslims, so it makes sense that there are no churches. They allow you come in with personal books of your religion, so it's okay. But there are no churches, so you wouldn't have any form of church gathering. But for other people abroad, I don't know whether you're going to miss your particular church or what. I don't know. Well, whatever it is, change happen, and let me know. What do you think? Especially for you that think that you're going to miss church. Which aspect is it that you're going to miss? And the next highest number, which was tied, two items tied for 7%, which was people said they were going to miss. First, the weather, Nigerian weather. I don't know. Nigeria's weather is peculiar to the geography. There's some places that are hot, there's some places that are cool, there's some places that rain more often than other places. So I don't know, because if you move from your place to another part of Nigeria, you would miss the weather. I had grown in Jos, well, it was very cold. And I'd also stayed in Taraba, Jalingo, which is very hot too. So I don't know, maybe if you move to places like Canada that are extremely cold, the cold is on another level. I don't know for you. And here in Jazan, it's somewhat similar to the weather experience in Jalingo. So it's not too difficult for me to adjust. But yeah, there's some places that the weather is just something else. It snows, it rains more often than not, and the rest. Yeah, so you're going to really miss Nigeria and the weather too. But the good thing is that there's no NEPA, so they don't use to take light if rain is falling. 7%, same as the weather, also mentioned occasion. So Owambe, we Nigerians, especially in Western Nigeria, we love party, we love occasions. There are things that are happening, naming ceremony, weddings, birthdays. We can shut the street down. Nigeria is the life of the party. So when you see Nigerians being very, very lively people, that's how we are in Nigeria. So many people will miss that. They say they're going to miss the Owambe, the parties, the occasion, which is something I miss. And the lowest percentage, which was 3%, had the highest number of items inside, which was first, taxation. I really can't say much about taxation because where I am currently, there's no tax that is being removed from your salary. That's in Saudi Arabia, your take-home pay is your take-home pay. But places like the UK, I understand that tax is being removed. In Nigeria, we pay tax. So I really don't know. But yeah, some people mentioned that the next item being listed is the noise. I don't know where you're going to. There are places that are noisier than Nigeria, sure. I don't know which part of Nigeria, but there are some people say they're going to miss the noise. Others say they were going to miss the scarcity. I don't know what scarcity they're talking about. Some others say they were going to miss the lack of light. How would you miss that? How would you miss lack of light? Maybe the people are happy that they will miss NEPA's wahala. Some others mention inflation as something they will miss. I think maybe it's the other way around. They're happy that they're going to miss inflation. And then another 3% said they were going to miss the conservative life of Africa. If you're living in Africa, if you're relocating to another part of the world that is not Africa. But then there are some parts of the world that are quite conservative too. Like the Middle East is conservative. So it will be easier for you to adjust compared to other parts of the world. Then some other people mention work ethics. I really can't say anything about that. But that's all. That's all from the people that responded, what they believe as Nigerians that stay in Nigeria, their plan to Japa. They gave their honest answers about it. So what do you think if you're not just in Nigeria, but anybody that plans to relocate? What do you think that you're going to miss? I'll put the question for you first is that, do you plan to relocate? If you plan to relocate, do you think there's anything about where you're staying that you're going to miss? And if so, can you list 3 things, top 3 things that you believe you're going to miss when you relocate? Comment in the comment section below. So what do you think? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your folks. If you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Thank you, and I'm going to see you in my next video.